everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Kendra Cole here, and I'm really excited about today's video. I feel like something that would have been really good for me, especially in the beginning, was a true simple makeup routine. When I first got into makeup, I saw these beauty gurus do 50-step routines, which I have done on this channel. And so I understand, especially if you're newly into makeup, or if you're someone who's like, I just don't have time to do all of those steps in makeup. I wanted to give you some options, and I really tried to make this as customizable as it could be for you. So it's not just like, this is what I do. It's something like, oh, well, I don't really care so much for that, but I care about this. So that is what we're going to do here today. I don't know if it's like quick makeup routine, if it's an easy makeup routine. I think it's both of those things. So just depending on what you need, if you're looking for something to do every single day and have an everyday makeup routine that's just manageable for you, there are going to be some really great options here. If you are someone who is like, oh, I do all of the makeup, but sometimes I really have a hard time with when I am trying to do a quick makeup look, this would be really good for you. Or lastly, this could be something where if you're just getting into makeup and you're like, all of these steps are super overwhelming, I'm hoping that this routine will be less overwhelming for you. And we're gonna get started. If you are someone who has really beautiful skin, I envy you. However, you might not need these very few first steps here, because I'm gonna really focus on skin first. So if you wanna go to this time right here, ta-da, look at me, post-editing. If you wanna go to that time and you really are like, my skin's fine, or I have a really good skin routine I just wanna know how to do a really quick eye look, go there, go to that time. I will address the eyes real quick. So, but right now I'm gonna focus on skin. So if you are someone who has just really dark circles under your eyes, the rest of your face pretty good, pretty decent, then you're really only gonna need this first step. I'm going to just do concealer first. Now I'm actually gonna mix my Maybelline and my Camo Hydrating Camo Concealer. But for you definitely don't need to. If you just want to use a color correcting one or something really close to your skin tone, almost like a foundation, that's gonna be the easiest to blend out for you. But because I do want a little bit of brightening here as well, I'm gonna just do a little bit here. So if you are only going to do concealer for your look, you're really gonna blend this out to the best of your ability to make it match your skin. So you can use a beauty blender to do that. Again, I will start with my handy dandy brush and then go in with my beauty blender. I'm just gonna blend all this out. I personally, when I have leftover concealer, I like to put it on my eyelid, because I personally really like, for no matter what look I'm doing, whether fast makeup look or not, I like my eyelids to be really smooth looking. I also need to preface, the first few times you do any makeup look, it might take you a little longer just because you're learning and you're adapting. But I promise you, once you get it down, you can make any makeup look pretty quick. So here's my concealer, and again, my concealer did not match my skin. I always go a little lighter, and then the other one's a color correcting. And I still was able to blend it out into my skin. I have very pigmented red skin. So even for me though, suddenly my under eyes are just significantly brighter and lighter. And for some of you, that might be all you need. And you can go from here and skip on to blush. But for my friends who are like me, who might just need a little bit more help in the skin area, I am gonna go in with my BB cream. This one's the Skin Milk. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of this on my hand. I don't need a whole bunch. That's the biggest thing, and sometimes I make the mistake of accidentally using way too much. And I'm actually, this might be weird, but especially when I'm going quickly or when I'm using a BB cream, I like to use the tools God gave me. So I'm gonna just use my fingers because it is more of a moisturizer, so it does just blend in easier than trying to do concealer with your fingers. Now, if you are somebody who doesn't have bad under eye circles, you can also not do the concealer and just come in and do a BB cream to smooth out your complexion a little bit. And what's nice about a BB cream, it's also moisturizing, so it has a little bit of a benefit for your skin. A lot of them have SPF, another good protection for your skin. So for me, when I go to the pool or something like that, that I'm like, oh, I just need something on my face and not a whole bunch, I will do a BB cream, even if it's not a whole lot, just because of the SPF and the moisturizer. I should also state that there's a more minimum look than this too. And I just say that so people know, like for me, there are days that all I will do is a BB cream, a little blush, and mascara, and that is my day. There are days I don't feel like wearing makeup at all, and so I don't. So just know, like, this is just what I felt like was a manageable, full face look with very minimal steps. So just keep that in mind, because a lot of people ask me, what's your simplest routine? This is what I think is the simplest full-faced routine, but there are simpler. You can do less than this, and I have done less than this, so just keep that in mind. So I'm gonna go in my Honest cream blush. For me, my skin but better days, I think blush makes so much of the difference. Today isn't really about the products like it was last week at the drugstore. This is more about find the concealer you like, find the foundation you like. These are what I use and what I really enjoy. But whatever you have to practice with, use them. So if you don't have a cream blush, no worries. When you get past the powder section, you can go in with your regular powder blush and you're fine. So that's pretty much my creams. I'm done with my creams. I'm gonna go in with my CoverGirl Radiance, and I'm gonna do two different things with it. This is the only powder I'm gonna use for setting. I'm not gonna do a loose setting powder. I'm gonna take my tapered brush. I'm gonna go right underneath my eye just to help with any kind of creasing of that concealer. If you didn't do concealer under your eyes, then you don't necessarily have to do this step, unless you have some areas that you know are more oily than others. So my nose is always where I break down, especially when I'm wearing a mask. Speaking of my mask area, because that's something we have to consider these days. So then I'm gonna take that same powder, but I'm gonna take a more floofy brush. This is the Profusion TJ Maxx brand, whatever. I found a whole set and they were like 10 bucks for a bunch, so, but I love this brush. And I'm just gonna use this big old fluffy brush with my CoverGirl Radiance, and I'm just gonna set the rest of my face, because again, I don't like my foundation not being set, but I don't necessarily need a full-on baking moment here. This is just, again, quick, easy breezy, beautiful. Not sponsored. Okay, powder done. So again, this is where if you want to do a powder blush, because that's what you have, great. I'm gonna go in with my powdered bronzer. I have loved doing my cream bronzer, and maybe when it comes to summertime, I may include that into my quick routine. But right now, I'm just not good enough at it yet. So that's something that you can be, that any makeup look could eventually be quick for you and you can do it fast, but you have to learn it. So this is just what I currently am doing. So, but maybe this summer I might play with making my cream bronzer kind of part of my quick look, because As you guys know, I love to be bronzy, especially in the summer. Especially when I'm doing my quick look, I just do bronzer right on the tip of my nose because ain't nobody got time for contouring. I don't have time on a normal day. Again, it's just not something I enjoy, so I don't care, but you can include that if that's something that's important to you. My friends, our skin is done. For the most part, I do have some highlight here that I'm going to do, but I'm gonna kind of put that in along with my eye look as well. You'll kind of see. So here's the time. If you had skipped the beginning part, you are now joining me for our eyes. Now, please know this is as basic as a basic eye look can be, but for me, I just think it's so soft and pretty. And there are days that I choose this, that it's not just, oh, I need to do a quick eye look. There are days I prefer this when I really just want, you know, an easy, my skin but better kind of day. I'm gonna take my bronzer, whatever bronzer you have will work. I forgot to zoom you in, sorry. Hello, welcome to my face. So you're gonna take a really, really fluffy brush, your bronzer, and you're just gonna go into your crease. It's really fast, it's really simple. You can make this as detailed as you want it to be or as quick as you want it to be. It doesn't really matter. For me, I like to get it right into my crease. And for me, I can do it so quick these days that I don't mind taking the minute to just blow it out and make it exactly what I want it to be. Because I like to blow out my first layer, make it how I do my first blending color for any eyeshadow look and just really soften the edges. And then I like to come in just a little bit more into that crease. And I just wiped off the edge just so I can blend that edge a little bit more. Right there, my bronzer. Sometimes I will just do bronzer in my crease and not put a highlight or put a shimmer, depending on what mood I'm in. So for you, if you are, again, just getting into makeup and not really sure, even though I personally feel like the shimmer kind of distracts everybody. So if you're not very good at this, the minute you add some sparkle or glitter, no one's gonna look too close at this step. So keep that in mind. I think it's a little bit more forgiving than a matte look. So after I do that with my really, really fluffy brush, I'm gonna go in with my really tiny tapered brush. I'm just gonna do my under eye. So for my friends who care more about your skin, this whole part might not be something you're super interested in for every day. And that's totally okay too. I really wanted to make it as customizable as possible. Whatever might help you in your routine. If you want to include makeup in your routine, don't feel like you have to. I just know as a young mom, you just need something manageable. And there are days that this is all I can do. And there are days I can't even do this. So there's that. So I am gonna kind of go in now with my eyebrow pencil and just an itty bitty bit fill my brow. Right now I'm just using my bronzer. And I think sometimes that just helps make the process so much faster is when you use the same products for multiple things, because it's less switching. And personally, I feel like your look just looks very cohesive, because that's the goal, I guess. Maybe not, but everything just kind of blends into itself because you're using similar color. Again, if you insert here a different eyebrow look, if you have something specific you like to do. So there is my bronzer. I'm now going to go in with my Pixie. I'm not going to scoot you out yet because I'm going to show you what I do with my eye, but I like to spray with my Pixie Hydrating Milk Mist. And then I'm gonna just go in with my Wet n Wild highlight, whatever highlight you might have, my friends. And I'm just gonna pat it on my lid. And it just makes it look just slightly shimmery. That's where I'm gonna go in with my mascara. And then I'm still letting my face dry. I'll go in with my highlight for my cheeks here in a second, but I'm gonna finish my eyes. So for me, when it comes to a really soft eye look, I like to do really, really thin layer of mascara. On days I'm doing something a little bit more dramatic, my first layer is really thick. It's not a big deal because it matches the look. Like usually this is where I dip in again. I'm not gonna dip in again. I'm just gonna use whatever else is on my brush and get a super thin layer here. And then I'll go on my second layer. And it's kind of the same attitude, but obviously I am adding more, but I'm not glopping it on. And there are times, again, if I'm going just for like a really, really simple look, that I just don't want my eyelashes to look non-existent, I will just do that really light first layer, and that's all I'll do. But I am going to work with this look, so I need a little bit more mascara. Personally, I like a little more mascara for work. That's what I think I love the most about this makeup look, is it really just, no matter what job you do, if you're a bank teller, if you're a barista at Starbucks, if you work from home and you just go out for a couple of errands, or if you work where I work, then you can do this look and it looks so pretty and so soft and not like you spent a million years on it, and you really didn't. I've literally been recording for 25 minutes, so it'll be a little shorter and I've done a lot of explaining in this, but for the most part, like, you won't have to stop and start 100 times like I am. See right there, I had to stop, move my camera. You won't have to do that unless you're recording yourself, which, hey, why not? Just gonna go in with that same exact highlight I just used. Again, this kind of keeps everything really cohesive, really soft, really pretty. Just gonna hit some of those major areas, so no one's really gonna see this part here because I'll have a mask on for my sake. Same with my lips, really where when I go to work, no one gets to see my lips. Sad day, I miss lipstick, RIP. I know it's a first world problem and there are so many other things that matter so much more, but I do miss lipstick. So again, just something really soft, simple, ties in my blush. I am actually just gonna go in with a little bit more of this blush while I have it open, just because I love blush. And for me, blush is the first thing that disappears. So by the time I get to work, it blends into my skin a little bit more. Makeup look, my friends, we did it. It was so fast. Like I said, when you get better and better and better at it, it just gets faster and faster and faster. So for you, when I'm not stopping, when I'm not explaining anything, when I'm just going, this is easily like a 5 to 7 minute makeup look for me. I would say your first few times of trying it, maybe give yourself more like 10 minutes just to help you out a little bit, to give you a little bit of grace. But for the most part, once you get really, really good at it, it can easily take you 5 minutes. And again, make this customizable. Take what you think you'll use, leave behind what you don't need. If you don't need crazy eyes and you just want mascara, awesome. If you don't need the skin part, just do the eyes. And then it could be even shorter for you. So I hope this video helps you out and that you were able to take a couple of cool tips and tricks. For me, this is just a very minimal, fast, easy, simple makeup look. And again, if you're just trying out makeup for the first time and you just need less products, for the most part, I had with my setting spray eight steps. And so that includes my highlight, that includes the blush, that includes all of that. So I hope that this helps you. Thank you so much, guys, for coming back. If you enjoyed this video, it's kind of a little different than what I've been doing. It's not the big glam makeup looks. I do have one of those planned for this week, but we'll see how that goes. If you did enjoy it though, I would appreciate if you would like it down below, subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and hit that bell, hit the bell, so that you can be notified every time I make a video. So I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope you find something that makes you smile.